What is up, fellow Pyro Fanatics? It's Pimp Daddy 28 here, and today I'm going to show you guys a rack that I purchased from WF Boom a couple weeks ago when I went to go pick up the rest of my order. Actually made the trip out to North Canton on a Saturday, and then the next day I went to Hubbard to meet up with Chuck for my Pyro Dudes order, and then I also stopped by WF Boom to pick up a few more items. So among those items was this awesome rocket and Roman candle rack. Now, I do want to kind of tell a story behind getting this rack. It's a bit of a funny story. But anyways, WF Boom this year actually kind of produced what you'd call a new line of racks, not just this Roman candle and rocket rack, but also their HDPE racks as well. They sell the 6-shot, the 12-shot, and I believe they also sell a 30-shot. And they each have their own color, they have a own coat of paint. I think the 6-shot has like a lime green color. The 12-shot, or was it yeah, I think the 12-shot has a green color, I believe, and I think the 30-shot has a yellow color. I'm kind of getting confused between the colors of each of the racks, but bottom line is they all look awesome, and they each have the WF Boom logo pretty much painted on them as well. Now, what's awesome about the new HDPE tube racks, it's not just the new paint and the WF Boom tag at the bottom or across the top of the racks, but also the tubes themselves. From what Ray told me and what I saw with my own eyes is that the end of the tubes are beveled. Now, apparently, the person who designed, or should I say, made these racks, also suggested that by making the HDPE tubes themselves beveled at the top, that it would make for a higher launch. So basically, the shell would go even higher. With the tube being beveled at the top. It's basically, I guess, similar to how, with a firearm at the end, if it's it's beveled, I guess it allows for the bullet to travel faster, I guess. I mean, I'm not I'm not really good when it comes to physics and whatnot, but basically, by beveling the HDPE tube, the shell will go higher, which I think is, I mean, if that's the case, that's like an amazing design. And I mean, to me, that makes these new racks even more, amazing. And I highly suggest that if any of you are in the market for purchasing some HDPE racks, I definitely would suggest purchasing some from WF Boom, whether you need a 6-shot rack, a 12-shot rack, or if you want to go all out and get the 30-shot angled rack, whatever pretty much fits your needs. So. But for now, I want to get to this rocket and Roman candle rack, which I definitely had my eye on when WF Boom first released photos of their new racks. So went to the WF Boom in North Canton with the intent to pick up one of these racks, and to my disappointment, Brett informed me that he had just sold the last rocket and Roman candle rack the night before. And you can imagine my disappointment at the time where I'm looking forward to getting this rack and just pretty much gets kind of taken away from you at a moment's notice. So he was nice enough to contact the WF Boom in Hubbard, and he contacted Ray, and he was able to find out that they had a few more left. Of these rocket and Roman candle racks. I think they only had a handful left or something like that. So Ray was nice enough to set one aside for me so that I could pick it up the next day. So, and that's pretty much what I did. He actually put a note on the front end of this rack to kind of make sure nobody sells it by accident, because apparently these racks were going pretty quick. As we get closer to the 4th, more people will start to pretty much shop at fireworks stores. They take a look at these amazing racks, and I mean, this is obviously, this is priced at $35, and for $35, that's an amazing deal for a rack like this that really, you don't really see rocket and Roman candle racks. I think this is the first one that I've seen that, a fireworks store produces. I actually kind of made my own last year, but it didn't exactly go so well. The rack was built, but it did not fit, my larger Roman candles, unfortunately. It worked for rockets, but it didn't fit for the holes that I put in for the Roman candles. It didn't fit, so I was kind of bummed out about that. I figured I'd kind of redesign it for this year, but WF Boom pretty much took care of that for me when they presented this rack, and they mentioned that it was on their shelves. So I was like, I am definitely getting this rack. For $35, spares me having to buy all the material and, the labor that I'd have to put into it. And, just, it was a good deal. That's all I'll say. And the fact that it has a nice black paint job on it, it just looks amazing. The WF Boom logo. Oh, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but the AFW logo is also on top there. You got the AFW logo and the WF Boom logo at the bottom on the other side as well. All right, so I'm going to kind of show you guys pretty much how this rack works, I guess. It's not exactly rocket science, but you got this large Roman candle here. This one's called Stun Gun by Winda. I had it left over from last year. You could pretty much take the end of this plastic spike off, and you could pretty much put it inside this rack. But for display purposes, I'm gonna put it in here upside down. Do not do that. Put it the right way. You could take this off, as I mentioned, but I'm just putting it in this way so I could show you guys that it fits. And so pretty much you could put these jumbo candles inside any of these 6 slots here, and along with that, you got the slots for the rockets, and I believe these are for the very small Roman candles. This is like a small Roman candle, but I'm not sure if I could kind of fit. Actually, no, I can. I can fit it in here. So you could fit it. You could fit these very small, I think it's like 1 inch, maybe less. These Roman candles, ½ inch probably be more like it. And you got this. It doesn't even have to be like a regular Roman candle. You got this parachute candle by World Class. You could buy like a whole case of Roman candles, and you could even stick them, like a whole case of them, like in this slot here, and just fuse them up, or at the top here, and just light them all off at once, and they will go off. And for display purposes only, so you guys don't yell at me. You got this, the old crappy 3/8-inch giant rocket by Mighty Max. I don't use them for performance purposes. I strictly use them just for display purposes, which is what I'm using them for right now. I fired them when it comes to lighting them off, and whatnot, but I decided to hire them again for pretty much display purposes. So that's pretty much what this rack looks like. So it's an amazing rack. There's nothing much else to say about it. It doesn't matter how big your Roman candles are. You could have these jumbo Roman candles. You could pretty much put them inside each of those 6 slots. And if you have the small Roman candles, like with this one over here, you could fit them in these larger slots here, and you got the smaller slots for the rockets as well. I think it could be like regular bottle rockets, or just the stick on some of the thinner jumbo rockets. So all right, so that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is the rocket and Roman candle rack by WF Boom. I highly suggest that you guys go check it out. They're probably sold out of these racks by now, but there's always next year, and I'm pretty sure they'll bring in more. And if you are definitely interested in getting this type of rack, I would highly suggest it. One more thing, the coat of paint that is on this rack also allows you to be able to kind of like just spray it off with water, so you don't have to worry about the wood rotting or anything like that. You could just rinse it off. You don't have to worry about anything, like if you have any residue from the black powder and the smoke and the fuse and all that stuff from when you light off rockets and Roman candles. So this rack is definitely reusable, so you don't have to worry about it getting dirty or anything like that. You could just wash it off or wipe it off and whatnot. All right, so that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.